think you should move a bit.
I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. And so the adventure begins.
In the evening, we would watch the occasional Minimalist, tiny house movie or something like that. And I kind of joke that we should make a movie about us living in a tent.
Who needs a suitcase full of stuff when you have beautiful views to look at? There are two ways you can approach minimalism when traveling. The first is to do things simply by getting some stuff like camping gear, those kind of things that will let you go off and just have a simple vacation together. That works if you have time and if you're going to use these things often. But if you're going to go get camping gear and it's just going to sit in your garage for 2 years until the next time you go, you might want to consider minimalism in a different way. I kind of think if you go to a resort or something along those lines where everything is already
I think
there,
he really likes
you're
the
not
smell of the
buying
fruit.
anything new.
So
You're still
when you
buying
have
the
the fruit, he comes
experience.
over.
But if you have a short time
He's
and
got
you
a
want to
nice
get
purple
your
stripe on his back.
vacation in there, then a minimalism type of travel is doing things that requires no waste or doing something that just will give you
Oh,
memories.
he's landed on Mummy.
Then I guess it doesn't look here that like we're traveling particularly light, but by Australian standards, it kind of is. Although at one time, someone referred to our setup as a complex, which doesn't
What else
really
has come?
seem to fit the minimalist idea
Where's he now?
or the ideal. There's a kind of paradox in travel minimalism,
Oh,
and that is if you didn't have anything, all
carry
you
him
would do
away.
is sit on your couch at home and you wouldn't go out and explore. And for us, it's not like the subtraction of everything,
Hello,
taking everything
parrot.
away. It's about the focus and focusing on what's
On top of my
important, and
head,
that's
parrot.
family for us and living a good life.
Hey, parrot.
We wanted to cut back on the non-essential things. We were working hard in a small town and decided we wanted more out of life
Gonna
rather
go for a
than
little
more
fly.
things. It was kind of like the hypnotic effect of those minimalist movies had sort of come to
Oh,
infiltrate my soul a little bit.
I think the
And once we
blackbird is
made
trying to
the
sneak up on
decision
Mummy.
to set out on the road
Meanwhile,
and to live in the tent, it kind of became a case of, well, why didn't we do this sooner?
Mommy
You only have one
parrot.
life.
I'd rather have a passport full of stamps than a house
Wanna
full of
come on my hand
stuff.
too?
Fortunately, a
Over
lot
to
of
the
the
tent.
things we needed, the marquee here, the trailer,
Wow, Bob.
the tables, the coolers, and even we already had the tent. And a lot of this stuff we had from our fermented food business, which we gave up to simplify our lives. Fortunately, we make a very, very modest income from our travel businesses, but if we can expand that and if enough people like and
Taking some
subscribe to our
time to plan
videos
out a
and
route.
shop on our travel websites, then we can keep this simple lifestyle going and spend more time with our little one.
Fill your life with adventures, not things. Have stories to tell, not stuff to show. When was the last time you did something for the first time? The first step in crafting a trip the way you want it is to get rid of the stuff you don't want to do. It's time for a road trip.
And once we'd tested out our rig, then it was time to head out on a road trip. 5 months around Australia and then off to Canada was the first leg on our trip.
People don't take trips. Trips take people.
What I didn't expect the fun activity to be at the sandhills was throwing watermelons.
And one of the outstanding features of the trip is that you realize that you can't take people's words for these places, these experiences, because they are experiences. And when you get told about them secondhand, it's not the same as actually going there, and it's a deep and meaningful change that goes on in your heart and in your family's heart, and it changes you. Travel then takes you beyond the stereotypes. It helps you see things for real. It's a connection with the culture of the place. It's a connection with nature.
It's a peng. Hi, pengs. They do waddle. We found penguin.
Look, he's beaking another one.
He is beaking. Look at him walking around. Beak, beak.
They come waddling over here.
They're waddling.
You can say what? That one picks. Are you penguins?
Oh, pengs. One's standing on a rock.
If we slow down, everything lasts longer. If we slow down, everything lasts longer. When you travel for less, when you do things more simply, you can go for longer. And that's the benefit of simple travel. If you don't have much time, then go for a longer time and just spend time together as a family.
Stay where you are and they'll come to.
Go wander where the Wi-Fi signal is weak.
And another thing you can do while you're camping is to keep your food safe and have lovely complex flavors with your meals is to make some fermented vegetables. Then they'll keep for a long time. We're not actually keeping ours in the fridge at all, and that's perfectly safe because the little bacteria in there, the probiotics, will keep eating the starches in the vegetables and producing lactic and acetic acid, and that keeps it safe and tangy and delicious. That's a kimchi with radishes, garlic, ginger, some other things, cabbage, a little fish sauce. And there is like a beet, cabbage, ginger, garlic, sauerkraut, and then we do turmeric in a little brine and cauliflower in there. Then
You should show the big bucket.
what big bucket? Oh, you made a big bucket full, didn't you? Can you see that, April?
It might be a bit dark.
Oh yeah, that's a big bucket of sauerkraut
This
we
is a
made
big
for
bucket.
the trip.
Yeah.
Then we'll always have enough vegetables for our trip. Keep on making sauerkraut like that. And it actually ups the nutritional count substantially. There's vitamin B12, 15-20 times the amount of vitamin C in the original cabbage to start with. Like delicious tangy flavors, and it goes really well, the acid, with alkaline foods like these delicious sausages and potatoes cooked in lots of fat, coconut oil. But yeah, then
I've just found it. You think, you need to eat a vegetable that's already made. So we brought a lot to begin with. So we'll see how it goes as we keep traveling. But this has been pretty easy so far.
makes for an easy meal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you can prepare a lot of your vegetables all at once. And,
Yeah.
and then it makes the food a little safer as well, because it will actually kill bacteria or the bad guys on contact, and the good bacteria survive.
Yeah.
For your gut. Let's have dinner.
Yeah. Hi, I'm April from Family Vacation Ideas. Join us as we travel around Australia and find lots of family friendly vacation ideas.
And again.
Hi, I'm April from Family Vacation Ideas. Join us as we travel around Australia and visit lots of neat places.
Can we hop in?
Yeah, we can hop in. Let's go.
Can I walk on that line?
Gonna get gas.
As we travel Australia, we meet lots of grey nomads. In North America, they're called sunbirds, I think. And the idea is that in your retirement you go out and you enjoy life.
We do
But I
like
think
high
why wait
ceilings.
until you retire? Life's too short, and
Interesting
by
setup.
the time you're old, are you really going to enjoy the journey as much as when you're young and able to do things? And we would have missed all that time with our little one then. That's why we work hard with the website to do enough, but not to get greedy and to avoid the excess that takes us away from the important things in life. This is a campground for a country music festival that we attended. But as we wander around the campground, you can see the different levels of camping, and you have to wonder which ones are excess. Which ones of these campsites did people give up too much of their life for? And as we meet a lot of grey nomads, they'll say to us things like, "Oh yes, we started out like that. Sort of poor you, like one day you'll graduate to a caravan." I'm not sure that I need to aspire to that. I'm not sure I need to want more.
Yeah.
For now, it's enough to live happily and to make the most of the moment for a while.
Travel is not a reward for working. It's an education for living.
Something that comes off the side.
You know, hundreds of years ago, John Henry T talked about
I actually think that's pretty
the
handy
excesses
too.
of house prices and the
Yeah,
craziness
cool.
of slaving away
Imagine
your
a regular
life
pop-up van like that.
for this one thing and the paradox of progress. And I might read you a little excerpt here
That commonly
about
around like all these setups.
the trains that
Rather
were
than
getting
like
built
big
at the train
things.
lines that were getting built at the time. All aboard. When the smoke is blown away and the vapor condensed, it will be perceived that a few are riding, but the rest are run over, and it will be called and will
What's that
be
next
a
page?
melancholy accident. No doubt they can ride at least who have earned the fare. That is, if they survive so long. But they will probably have lost their elasticity and desire to travel by that time. This spending the best part of one's life earning money in order to enjoy questionable liberty during the least valuable part of one's life reminds me of the Englishman who went to India to make a fortune first in order that he might return to England and then live the life of a poet. He should have gone up garret at once. What, exclaim all the million Irishmen starting up all the shanties in the land, is not this railway which we have built a good thing? Yes, I answer, comparatively good. That is, you might have done worse. But I wish, as you are brothers of mine, that you could have spent your time better than digging in this dirt.
Make yourself rich by wanting less.
Let's just have a look.
By
You want to
travelling
go and
out
see
of
the
season,
rainforest, don't
we're
you?
able to book campgrounds with all sorts of facilities for less than $20 a night on occasions, and often for about $20 or $30 a night, with features like great big water parks and jumping trampolines. They're more like resorts.
Grow up.
Hey? There's termites in there. Is that big? In the middle of nowhere is this giant termite run. Look at that.
Go collect some memories.
Come to my family vacation ideas and have a look.